Good day, leaders, and thank you for joining another edition of Chad's Daily Audibles. Today I want to talk about iron sharpens iron. What do I mean by that? I'll tell you. Do you ever wonder how some of the best and brightest minds in leadership and team building, how they always seem to stay 1 to 2 steps ahead of everybody else in the industry? I think I have an answer, or at least one of the answers as to how they're able to do that. And it's actually quite simple if you think about it. It goes back to the methodology, iron sharpens iron. Now that should be a familiar phrase. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that a time or two in your life. Actually, it's part of a Bible phrase. Don't remember the chapter or the book or the verse, but it's there. However, very important lesson. Iron sharpens iron. I think some of the best and brightest minds in our field get together and talk about various situations and challenges and concerns that they face. And just imagine if you get some of the best and brightest minds together to help you figure out some of your challenges and some of your, setbacks and concerns. It will be quite amazing. At least that's how I see it. So I say that to say, if they can do that, I think we can too as leaders. This is how you go from good to great. Okay? You take the time and you look outside of your realm and you find other leaders who are in the same industry as you, whether it's nonprofit, whether it's for-profit. If you are a project manager or an assembly line manager or a chief technical officer, just find people that are doing the same thing you do. And what you do is you form a team, a small team, maybe 3 to 4, and you get together every so often and you start bouncing ideas off of each other. Now, the goal is to find people in your area that are doing what you do, but they're more successful than you. See, iron sharpens iron. This is your time to be sharpened by them. Okay? So you take this team and you sit down and you hash out ideas or concerns. And then the cool thing about this is you get to hear several different perspectives on how to address your issues. Now, this automatically gives you an advantage because now you can go back into your environment. Now, before, you would look at a situation one particular way. But now that you've been enlightened by your team, now you have several ways that you can look at the situation to best address the problem or concern. This takes your leadership to a whole nother level. Now, if you get to the point where you can master that, and you know how to look at certain situations and make the best choice, it makes you a better leader. It makes you more likable. People want to be led by you. But see, you have to make that effort. There's an organization that I'm a part of, and it's a leadership organization. And it's similar to what I'm explaining to you now. And they call these groups SNTs, Successful Networking Teams. And that's what I'm proposing to you today as leaders. Find you a successful networking team. Doesn't have to be a big team, just a few people that are really successful in what they're doing. It's a level that you're trying to get to. Evidently, they're doing some things right. And you want to understand what that is because you want to get to the next level. I truly believe that's how some of the best and brightest minds operate. They get together, they talk about their concerns, and they bring up resolutions to one another. They enlighten one another. They sharpen one another. Now, there's another phrase that I've heard, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it too. And it goes like, if you are the smartest one in your group or your circle, then you need to find another circle. And I agree with that. If you are going to learn and grow and go to the next level, you have to be in an environment where you're constantly learning from other people. You can't be the one doing all the teaching. you've got to grow too. So if you're the smartest one in your group, you need to find another group, because your goal is to get better. We want to go from good to being great. Leaders are about influence. We want to influence people, but we want to do it the right way, and we want to be good at what we do. That's the whole gist of it. Anything that we do that we love doing, we want to be the best at it. We want to be an expert at it. And so this is how we do it. You learn from the best so that you can become the best. That's how it goes. So in order to do that, you have to really do your research and look around and find who else in your field or area is doing what you're doing and way more successful than you. Then you team up with them and you learn as much as you can. And who knows, they may learn a thing or two from you as well. That's how it's done. That's how I believe it's done. That's how I think we can get it done. So I urge you today, if you don't already, look around, study, do some research, find 3 or 4 other people that are doing what you do. Get a hold of them. Tell them what your plan is. I guarantee you they'll like your plan, because everybody wants to get better. It's not just you. Everybody wants to get better. It's a win-win situation for everyone in that group that wants to participate. Thing is, you got to get it started. Another way to do it, mentors. Always have a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, find one. Find you one. And it's okay to have even more than one. That's fine. The more the merrier. One person's not going to know it all. They're only going to have one viewpoint. Get a couple of mentors. The thing is, you're putting things in place in your career and in your life that are going to make you better at being a leader. And that's what we want to do. We want to be better leaders. So that's what I urge you to do. Find you a couple of people, start you a successful networking team, grab some mentors. Everyone needs a mentor, at least one. You need a guide. You need someone who will give it to you straight. You don't need anybody to sugarcoat it. You need somebody who will sit down and talk to you about your strengths and weaknesses, where you're trying to go, how you got to get there. Well, that's it for me right now. I hope you got something out of this. I know I did when I thought about this, when I wanted to bring it to you guys. And I hope you have a great day today. And thank you so much for tuning in to Chad's Daily Audible. Please stay tuned. I have more audibles coming. And thank you again so much for your time. And as always, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?